Have you ever been in a controlling relationship? There's a drawing I gave to a man once. It depicted a big tree overshadowing a little tree. I'll get back to that. I was just 24. He was an older man who was successful, charismatic, and for a short season, deeply influential in my life. I was young, I was learning, and I was drawn into a world of beautiful things, high-end homes, nice cars, elevated business conversations. These are all things I didn't quite have access on my own. At first, it felt like opportunity and it felt like mentorship. It felt like being chosen. However, the truth beneath the beauty was that slowly something changed. My world didn't expand, it narrowed. He planted me close and he fed me, clothed me, sheltered me, gave me fine things, and then he grew over me. Not out of love, out of insecurity. What looked like protection was actually control. What sounded like guidance was manipulation. What I felt like being cared for was actually possession. I was being suffocated and I was no longer feeling like myself. He kept me tucked away to himself, and then finally the albatross around my neck had to break. I drew him the picture. A large tree, strong, established, impressive, and beneath it a smaller tree, alive, capable, but trapped in shadow. No matter how healthy the small tree was, it could not grow tall under that canopy. I gave him the drawing as a goodbye, because somewhere deep inside, I understood something I didn't yet have language for. I was being kept small so he could stay big. Here's my scripture anchor for this. You were running a good race. Who cut in on you to keep you from obeying the truth? Galatians 5:7. Control often enters disguised as opportunity. Manipulation often arrives wrapped in generosity. And insecurity, when unhealed, will always try to manage another person's light. Here's the truth I learned early. Some people don't want you to grow. They want you to stay close. They will expose you to beautiful things, but restrict your independence. They will open doors, but decide when you're allowed to walk through them. They will call it protection, but if it limits you and your becoming, it is not love. I did not leave because I was ungrateful. I left because I was called to grow. A big tree will always overshadow a smaller one if it is planted too close. And leadership, true leadership, knows when to step back so another can rise. That drawing still lives with me because it marks the moment I chose the light over the shadow. I hope this was helpful for you today.